2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too... We are...
Hey, Kevin.
Terrific. David, thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And looking at the Nets, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan, and it's Irving in at shooting guard. Shot clock at 5. Here's Middleton. Jordan with the rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Giannis. Easy jumper from very short distance. And these teams both among the league's better defenses, Brent, with advanced stats and tracking. Do you think it's getting easier to measure and quantify what goes into great defenses?
I think there's technology, Kevin, that still needs to come along in order for some of the analytics guys to really truly assess positional defenders and where some of their arms and legs are. That will really help them define how these defenses are impacting some of the offenses and the way they play.
Here's Antetokounmpo. James Harden picking up that last basket, and that one drops for him.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
In the corner, it's Harris. A three-pointer, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Oh, Middleton in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, how about the timing for Middleton? Getting up there, seeing the opportunity on the backside. Sweet alley-oop.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable papa. The mother of his son was a volleyball player in her day. So you got to think, as this kid grows up, maybe the recruits are sending letters already.
And here is DiVincenzo. After the three-pointer from KD. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Jordan. Outside Irving. That shot off. Good D by Holiday. Milwaukee leading by 3. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season. But in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
Irving misses. For Milwaukee, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Portis against Irving. The shot. Nice shot by Portis.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. KD on the wing. For the 3. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Tucker. A putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Irving looking for an opening. Passes to Durant. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Bucks making a change here. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-5 run here. 58 seconds left to play here in the first. Portis, the pass to Teague. There's the lob to Portis. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nets trail by 9. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Like the connection there. KD has his teammates looking out for him. An outstanding alley-oop that time.
And the pass to Tucker. Teague bounce pass. Here's Portis. The rebound by the Nets.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Brown feeling it out a bit. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks lead by 9. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid.
And Greg, playing with a chip on his shoulder, has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Brown. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then it's Harden, and it's Claxton in at the center. And then Brown with the dunk.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it. He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
And G.A. Chris Middleton, over his career, much improved on the defensive end.
A true two-way player. And I tell you, that 6'11" wingspan helps. Able to use that length to bother shots and disrupt passes.
The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Holiday's checked in.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite-level passer.
That one drops for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
It's Harden with the drive.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
Middleton outside. Down low. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Nice shot by Portis.
That play happens because of the solid pass from Holiday.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing here by 8. Kicks to Brown. And the shot goes in.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Now Holiday. Pass to Portis. Nets have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Brown. And then for Milwaukee, Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Pat Connaughton. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got two terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Oh! I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
In the corner, it's Griffin. And the Nets miss again.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
There's the lob, and Kumbo trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Durant. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Durant's got 7 points in the game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Left side, out of the Kumbo. To the middle. The kick out to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Jordan. Not going to go that time. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And here is DiVincenzo. And stolen by Irving. Here is Harden. Outside for Griffin. And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... It was a fast pace for Milwaukee at the outset. At one point, they had a 9-point lead fueled by some entertaining defensive and offensive plays. At the close of the first quarter, their lead... Man,
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for the Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5. Giannis outside. Holiday looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. The alley-oop. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now, here is Harden. It's Durant on the wing. Back to Harden. He can't hit that time. Bucks leading by 8. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, the muscle of Antetokounmpo is impressive. He's just destroying the defense right now.
Jeff Green is checked in for Brooklyn.
Giannis Antetokounmpo has said he doesn't want people calling him the MVP because he doesn't want to relax. He said he fears failure, so he has got to get better.
Outside Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Durant. Holiday with the block.
Now get that out of there. That's all timing right there. Drew Holiday continuing hustle play.
The Nets making a switch here. Claxton's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Well, Greg, there's been some debate. What do you think? Is Giannis the best player right now in the world?
I tell you what, if there's a conversation, he has to be in it. You know, some people might go with Kawhi, Kevin Durant. He's coming back. LeBron James is there as well. But Giannis is probably the guy to lead that conversation.
Bruce Brown, he's checked in for James Harden. And Milwaukee has possession. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Portis can't get it to go. Nets trail by 10. And Jeff Green, the bucket on the assist by Brown. Green's got his first points in this one.
There you go, finally getting one to drop. They have to be a little better now, starting 1 for 5 in this half.
Here is Forbes. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. T kicks to Portis. From outside, off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Brown dishes to Green. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Green's got 4 this quarter.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Moving against T. He kicks it to Forbes. Over in the corner, Portis. 6 to shoot. Pass to Tucker. Over Green. Tucker can't get it to go, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Griffin's checked in for the Nets. Kevin Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. Harris inside. Griffin passes to Irving. Inside. Griffin's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Irving. That one good for 2.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Passes it to Forbes. Back to T. There's the pass to Portis. Over Griffin. And that one goes long.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways.
Oh, hammering it in.
Now, there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Holiday against Harden. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good again that time. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
No good from Durant. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pitched as the half started.
Well, that's a nice toss up there, so you got to like the timing. But, of course, that's Giannis. He's going to grab anything.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden with it. The dish to Harris. Over Holiday, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. Lopez with the steal.
Awesome defense. Just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run. following the steal.
Harden way outside. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action after this word. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We got DeAndre Jordan. Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Harden in at the point guard. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Pass to Harris. No one near him. Rebounded by the Bucks. Middleton outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Now Antetokounmpo. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
The shot by Middleton, wide open from beyond the arc, and then some. Middleton's got the lead up to 12 now for Milwaukee. Passes it to Harris. To the paint. Lopez with the steal. A solo fast break. Floats it up for Giannis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Signs of Antetokounmpo really figuring things out. His offense starting to look more and more natural.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Irving's checked in for the Nets. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Here is Forbes. Outside Teague. Now here's Tucker, guarded by Green. 5 to shoot. Here's Teague. Keeps it alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 16.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Back to Forbes. Pulls up on the wing. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Green taking his time here. Here's Jordan. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Bucks.
Bucks leading by 14. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Teague dishes to Tucker. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And here's Harden for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 4 rebounds in this game. The pass to DiVincenzo. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Goes up the baseline. And Lopez with the nice bucket inside.
Lopez down on the inside, getting that soft touch to go.
Now Harden. Outside Jordan. He dishes it to Green. On the wing, Irving. Defended by Middleton. Just 4 to shoot. Banked in off the glass.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one tricked you into it.
Bucks leading by 14. Holiday the pass to Lopez. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bucks.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Giannis.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
Consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Harden against Holiday. Here's DiVincenzo, and it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Harden dishes to Green. Jordan against Lopez. A nice shot by Jordan.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And here's Holiday. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. And David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room. And
Good evening, Kevin.
what a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Harris is out there with Durant. Then there's Irving. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harden in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Greg, in terms of personnel, not exactly the matchups we were expecting to see tonight.
You know, Kev, with all the injuries and some guys now having to step into unfamiliar roles, in some ways that makes tonight all the more intriguing to see which guys are going to step up and deliver.
And here are the Nets. Harden kicks to Harris. Back to Harden. Harris passes to Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubac. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. And Morris throws it down.
I mean, a great look by Kawhi. Aware of what the defense is trying to do. Understands the spacing.
Harden the pass to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's George. After the basket by Brooklyn. Pass to Zubac. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Challenging the defense at the rim. Something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
To the inside. Irving, good.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Now here's Zubac. Left side Leonard. The baseline J. The shot will not fall. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Irving attacking, and he gets them. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here is Los Angeles now. After the basket by Brooklyn, Jackson gets the bucket.
This is what you get from Reggie Jackson now. Powering through contact and has the focus to complete the play.
In the corner, Irving with it. Jordan finds Harden. Back to Jordan. It's hauled in by Zubac.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Morris. The putback is no good. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. It's a 3-point game. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got 7 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The drive by Jackson. Lets it go from 11. Brooklyn with the rebound. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Lobbed up there for KD. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the reach of KD, no need to be pinpointed with that alley-oop. He can just about touch the rafters.
Now here's Jackson. In the corner, George with it. Inside. Outside for Durant. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 7.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Jackson against Harden. Outside for George. To end the run. He can't get that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Jeff Green is checked in for the Nets. Now here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Here's Beverly. The rebound by Harden.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Count that one.
Aggressive move by one of the most talented bigs in the game. DeMarcus Cousins is focused right now.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Brooklyn. He finishes. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've...
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And the Nets pretty much in control here, it would seem.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Clippers right now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 spot.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And Griffin slams it in.
That play is made because of Kyrie's vision and his willingness to share the basketball.
Durant against Leonard. Back to Beverly. Leonard finds Beverly. Leonard against Durant. And he makes that one.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Irving passes to Griffin. Outside Durant. And stolen by Cousins. Here's the break. Jumps up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Irving. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
4 on the shot clock. Leonard laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Leonard's got 8 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Irving against Beverly. Irving passes to KD. And KD throws it down.
And you remember there were questions about KD's athleticism going into the 2007 draft. None now. He can throw it down with the best of them.
Now here's Beverly. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Leonard looking over the floor. Back to Beverly. Rebounded by the Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points.
I mean, hard to fathom that Blake Griffin is becoming one of the more prolific three-point shooters among NBA big men.
Greg, it was a shot he barely attempted through his first 6 seasons in the league. Now he's made it a key part of his arsenal.
Kennard, the pass to Cousins. It's stolen by Green. Ball stolen. And the Clippers call time here.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jeff Green. Harris is checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's James Harden in for Irving. Stolen by Harden. And Harris wide open. He shoots. They get it back.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now here's George. Morris right side. Back to George.
Well, what did Coach tell us? He wanted each guy to contest shots and rebound tonight. That's exactly what we just saw.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there. You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Morris throws it down.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Right wing. Lobs it up for Jordan. Nice catch and finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And so it's the Brooklyn Net. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. That's all for now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got DeAndre Jordan. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the 2. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
Irving against George. Jackson dishes to George. And there's the pass to Zubac. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Clippers trail by 12. Leonard on the wing. Over Irving. And it's Leonard missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Harden the pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. Launches it. KD dishes to Harden. Clock at 6. Harris inside the line. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 4th rebound in this one. George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And here's Leonard from 3. Here's Morris. Up and in on the layup. Morris has got 6 points.
An efficient scorer inside. Morris can beat you with a variety of moves.
And Jordan has it in the corner. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Jackson kicks to Zubac. George against Irving. Now, here's George. Defense right on him. That one goes in.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in LA with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Here's Leonard after the basket by Brooklyn. Pass to Zubac. Kicks it to George. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here is Harden. 6 points for him. Passes it to Claxton. On the wing, Harden. Defended by George. Harden the pass to Claxton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Beverly against Harden. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Beverly.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Now, here's George. Floats it up for Cousins. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Natural-born finisher, DeMarcus Cousins bringing the hammer.
Harden surveying the D. Rebound by the Clippers. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Beverly finds Batum. Back to Beverly. Outside, George. And it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Now Harden. And the rejection by Cousins. Beverly for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in the driver's seat. Up 8. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Nets leading by 8. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
It's Harden with the drive. Nice move. Rips it home after the terrific move.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
Now, here's Kennard. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the pass break chance. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Mann's checked in, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. And the Nets also making a change. Irving's checked in, and here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Nets. Griffin on the double team. Beverley dishes to Cousins. Irving against Kennard, and the shot is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Nets leading by 8. Harris outside. From past the arc. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly.
Wow, one of the craftiest ball handlers in the league, Kyrie, on a tear.
Pass to George. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1. Joe Harris is checked in for Blake Griffin. Free throw good for Morris.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
Now, here is Harden. Here's Irving. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Here's Leonard. Morris, left side. Good work there as it goes.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
Harden against George. KD, that's for 2. They get it again.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Now, here's George. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Morris passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about the setup? Man, Morris keeping his head up. Beautiful assist.
Harden against George. Tipped away. Kicks it out to Harden. Dishes to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Harris inside the line. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Trailing by 10. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
The Nets have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the 4th so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Harris lays it up off the glass. And the Nets lead by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nets.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Katie with it. He kicks it to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You know, give them credit for still battling here down the stretch, but I think it's too little too late.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. That's a look at our settings tonight. And before,
hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Here are the five for the Clippers. The two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Luke Kennard out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the center position. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. We got a lot of talent in the front court tonight between these two teams, Doris. That's where a lot of the focus for us will be.
We will have an opportunity to see offense being run through the low post. So the interior defense is going to have to be strong. Will you send an extra defender? Where will that defender come from? There's a lot to play out here tonight, Kevin.
Here's Giannis. Paul George making his last shot. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
How about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Leonard against Giannis. And then Leonard with the dunk.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Jackson against Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
Outside, George. Here's Leonard. Baseline jumper. Zubats kicks to Jackson. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. George. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And we heard Shaquille O'Neal bestow his Superman nickname on Giannis Antetokounmpo, and rightfully so. The Greek Freak, the most dominant paint scorer since Shaq himself.
Now, here's George. Zubats the best to George. The shot's good.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
And watching Antetokounmpo get to the rim can, GA, take your breath away.
Man, he can go around you, through you, or literally jump right over you. Call him the Freak, Superman, what have you. None of it feels like an exaggeration. Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Jackson passes to Zubats. George looking around. Back to Zubats. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Listen, Kawhi Leonard has built his game brick by brick. You want him to score on the interior? No problem.
Holiday dishes to Giannis. Back to Holiday. Beyond the arc. Kennard with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. George with no one around. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 7 points in the game.
He is now 3 for 4 to start this game. Clearly, the confidence is already building.
Middleton outside. To the paint. Here's Giannis. He feeds it to Lopez. There's the triple. The putback. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. 6 points for him.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now here's Leonard. Jackson passes to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Clippers in the lead. On the wing, Batum. pass to man. Kicks it to Cousins. Here's man. Morris outside. And the last-second attempt doesn't fall. A good, close contest so far as we finish the first. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Clippers right now, Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Cousins after the miss from Bobby Portis. Beverley dishes to Cousins. His first shot is a miss, 0 for 1 to start the contest. Here's Connaughton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Batum passes to Morris. Shoots over Tucker. Makes the most of the high percentage shot. Morris has got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
Well, this guy's a capable scorer from the interior. Marcus Morris adept at using that size and touch to his advantage.
Forbes the pass to Nwora. Back to Forbes. Passes it to Nwora. Now Tucker defended by Batum. The pass to Nwora. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Now here's Beverley. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's man. Defended by DiVincenzo. Beverley the pass to man. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Bucks trail by 3. Now Holiday. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Stolen by Jackson. 3-on-3. Leonard the pass to Kennard. Back to Leonard. Jackson finds Zubats. Good D by Lopez.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
Just simply overpowers the defense. Giannis flexing the muscles he's added to that near 7-foot frame.
And it's tied up with that one. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Leonard with no one around. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Here's Holiday. The Clippers getting the bucket.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. 54 seconds left here in the second. Kennard against DiVincenzo. Fades away. And the shot goes down.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
The Bucks trail. And here's Holiday. He's got 6. Pass to Giannis. Back to Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Lopez has got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Well, we know Brook Lopez can play with strength. He is amazing at converting these difficult opportunities.
Outside, George. 12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Just 5 to shoot. Plenty of space. The offensive rebound.
Well, not sure who was responsible for the block out, but this guy got in there and dug out his points.
He's off on that one. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead. And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George is playing his skills today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
PJ Tucker is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Teague, and it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Here's Mann. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Batum, and it's Connaughton with the rebound. The Bucks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Here's Portis. It's not going to go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Batum with the ball. Down low. And there's DeMarcus Cousins on the assist by Batum. Cousins has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Teague, the pass to Portis. And he converts the layup.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Cousins after the made shot from Bobby Portis. Shoots over Tucker. No good with the elbow jumper.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Boy, you could see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
What I love is the heart, the fire, the tenacity. This is absolutely fantastic.
And here are the Clippers now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Batum passes to Morris. Shoots over Tucker. That one a little long. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Holiday comes in for Jeff Teague. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Now here is Holiday. 6 points for him. To the inside, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Rondo kicks to Morris, shoots over Tucker, and stolen by Portis. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Nwora, defended by Batum. 6 on the shot clock. Portis, the pass to Tucker. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Bucks lead by 4.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Jackson has the open look. The rebound by Middleton.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
On the wing, George. Off target with his 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
There's a toughness in the attitude of Paul George. Perfectly fends off the D on his way to the rack.
Leonard against Giannis. 43 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Here's Holiday, and he banks in the layup. Holiday's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's George. That doesn't go either for George. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 14-4 run. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Bucks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. And that one falls for Middleton.
And really, from second-round pick to All-Star, Middleton's story, inspirational. Yet even now, it feels like some people continue to sleep on him.
And it's Rondo penetrating. That one misses. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Milwaukee on. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So for the Clippers right now, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Zubats in at the center, filling out the middle. Holiday against Rondo. And Holiday throws it down.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Wide open look here for Zubats. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Holiday looking over the floor. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. And Forbes kicks it to Tucker. Here's Portis. Nice D from Cousins.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
The Bucks making a switch here. Teague's checked in. Here's Beverly. That one doesn't drop. Bucks leading by 10. Out to the wing. Here's Connaughton. Pass to Tucker. Now Portis. Back to Tucker. Clock at 4. He's looking for Portis and finds him. The tip in on the offensive rebound. Clippers trail by 12. Now Beverly. He kicks to Cousins. And stolen by Portis. And it's the Bucks on the break. It's picked off. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And Teague, here we go. And he could not. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hands.
Cousins dishes to Leonard. Back to Cousins. Passes it to Leonard. And there it is for him.
This guy is such an excellent finisher at the rim. He's got incredibly long arms and very strong hands.
Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. Back to Teague. 5 on the clock. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 13-point game. And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Teague against Jackson. Teague kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Leonard. And he can't bank that one in. Clippers trail by 11. Here's George. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bucks.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the...
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And here's Tucker. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
One shot.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Antetokounmpo passes to Tucker. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. And the Bucks lead by 12.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Teague, the pass to Morrow. Stolen by Beverly. Here's Jackson. Misses there. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. A confident win, and one where they clearly Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
So the net starting five. We've got Jordan. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the shooting guard. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Donte DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the five.
Nice display of excellent timing there by Middleton. Just skying for the basket at the right time off of those lob passes. Really good at anticipating where that pass is and how soon it's going to get to him.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo. Two terrific defenses tonight, Greg. They do it in a variety of ways. It's been hard for either team to score.
You know, strong on ball, in help, in transition, and both coaches doing such a great job of making the adjustments. And listen, the reality is defense still can be a factor in determining who wins and who loses.
And we're seeing it right before our eyes. And here's Holiday following the three from Kevin Durant. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Hey, I've always said rebounding is timing and tenacity, but if you got long arms, that helps too. And the Greek Freak has plenty of reach.
And the jam by Harden.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Now here is Holiday. Kicks it out to Giannis. Now the pass to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
To the middle. Jordan can't get it to go.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
You know, growing up in Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo was so poor, he and his older brother, Thanasis, had to share a pair of tennis shoes. I mean, how about how far he's come since then? Now he's the first foreign-born player ever with his own Nike signature shoe.
The shot by KD. No good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a three-point game. Holiday, the pass to DiVincenzo. Fires from deep. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And Clark, they say back in Greece, all of Giannis's basketball shoes were hand-me-downs from his teammates.
Greg, nothing like not having enough to drive you to get more. I mean, clearly, you think about Giannis and his background and where he is now, he and Thanasis oftentimes would take turns playing in the game, swapping the same pair of shoes. Those days are long behind both of them.
Here's Holiday following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Kicks it out to Giannis. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
On the wing, Harden, defended by DiVincenzo. Harris against Middleton. Irving attacking. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Irving can't get it to go. Bucks leading by 4. Here's Antetokounmpo. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And Antetokounmpo is just fearless. I mean, hit him, knock him around. Really doesn't faze him. Doesn't matter. I mean, this guy is determined to get the job done, and he does.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And stolen by Portis. Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by KD.
And Antetokounmpo is really an absolute terror in the open floor. I mean, love seeing a guy his size run the floor the way he does. Wow, impressive.
Now, here is Irving. No points in the game yet for him. They need this. KD's shot is off.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here. And the first one at the line is good.
You know, what you really like about Antetokounmpo is he wants to keep getting better. I'd say he's accomplished that and then some.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Bucks lead by 11. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Brown. Green is out there with Griffin. And it's Durant. And it's Irving at the point.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Now, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Now, here's Teague. Shot clock at 6. Portis drives in. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Mora can't get it to go. Nets trail by 9. There's the lob to Brown. Griffin finds Green. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Griffin's shot is off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Passes to Tucker. Poked away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. There's the lob to the hoop, and Griffin slams it in.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Pass to Nora. He dishes it to Tucker. Teague against Irving. Teague can't hit. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside, Green. Durant down low. It's rebounded by Portis. Bucks leading by 7. 1:56 left in the first half. Griffin with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Misses off the left iron. Bucks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Portis to stop the drought. Second chance shot. Yep, that one goes in there. Portis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse
look easy.
Oh, Griffin in position, throws down the alley-oop slam.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
Teague against Irving. Teague, the pass to Portis. Back to Teague. Just 5 on the clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Portis throws it down.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
Irving looking for an opening. Brown outside. Back to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Portis trying to free himself, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And I like the unpredictability of Teague. I mean, he's got a little bit of a change of pace, perkiness to his drives. You never quite know when he's going to throw it down when he gets to the rim.
Now, here is Irving. Great open look there.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Now, here's Teague. With his first shot attempt. That shot, no good.
That's one he knows he should have.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points. And Shaq, you bestowed your Superman nickname on Giannis. And that's a...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday to the left wing. Here's Lopez. No good that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Lobbed up there for KD. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here is Harden. Fouled. Oh, what a finish!
Goodness. And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Harden against Holiday. Good, nice job down low. And the Bucks lead by 7.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. KD's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Connaughton's checked in. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets. Here is Harden. In the corner, it's Harris for 3. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Bucks leading by 7.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Claxton. Fast break, here they come. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Bruce Brown comes in for Irving. Harden against Holiday. Looking to end the run, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that jump shot's a thing of beauty coming from Harden. I think some of it is the fact that his mechanics are good, but left-handed shooters sometimes just look sweeter than right-handed shooters. Amazing how many ways he has to score.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. And a change for the Nets. Griffin's checked in. Now, here's Green. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Harden. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Holiday.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Drew Holiday. Now here's DiVincenzo. Dishes it to Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo passes to Connaughton. It's good. Antetokounmpo's got 19 points.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
DiVincenzo against Harden. Green deciding where to go with it. Milwaukee with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Drew Holiday in for Pat Connaughton. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for the Nets. Harden kicks to Harris. The pass to Green. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks. 13 points up at the end of the period. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll return shortly. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Nets trail by 13. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. We've got Harden. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the center position. And here is Teague after the three-pointer from KD. Pass to Portis. On the wing. That one off the back iron and out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
A shot by Harden, wide open. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Harden's got it back down to single digits for the Nets. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And, you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lessons. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Jeff Green. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. His demeanor was not one of a coach whose team was well ahead. He said this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. We'll see if they were listening. Guys?
Middleton's so highly productive and consistent. A steady contributor night in and night out. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Now, here is Harden. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Antetokounmpo dishes to Middleton. Shot clock at 5. Back to Antetokounmpo. The shot, no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Outside Durant. He kicks it to Harris. Taken away by Holiday. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Pass to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
Putting that stanchion to the test. The big fella banging it down.
KD finds Irving. Lobbed up there for KD. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. Lopez outside. On the wing, Holiday. Back to Lopez. Clock at 6. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Antetokounmpo, no good. Nets trail by 11. He lobs it up. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Now Holiday. Middleton outside. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. It's good on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 13. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Middleton outside. Lopez against Jordan. Holiday looking for an opening. Back to Middleton. The 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. For 3, Harris. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks leading by 13. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Bucks.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot heat. And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a Great run to finish it off.
No good from Durant. DiVincenzo with it. And here's Middleton. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
And the Clippers starting five. They've got Ivica Zubac. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in a power forward. And for the Nets, Harden out there with the...
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. We have a lot of great jumpers in the league, but DJ makes a statement every time. Elbows above the rim that time.
To the paint, and stolen by Jordan. Leonard with the steal. Inside, George. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
And you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
Irving kicks to Harden. Down low. Jordan can't get it to go.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, if the biggest guy can get out in transition, and you can't recognize that, DeAndre Jordan, a beautiful job out on the break.
George passes to Morris. Zubac kicks to Morris. The pass to Leonard. He gets that one.
Hard to deny Leonard when he gets in that close to the rim. Too many ways for him to get creative to score.
Irving against Jackson. Left side, KD. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Morris looking over the floor. Passes it to Zubac. 5 to shoot on the wing, George. A miss that time would have put him up. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
It's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team. Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Harden against George. He kicks to Morris. Jackson in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control, even at full speed.
The Nets with the lead. Durant deciding where to go with it. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. He feeds it to Jordan. Outside for Durant. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And close to making the defense pay
for the lax coverage that time.
Stolen by Durant. Lobs it up for Jordan. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, how many times do we see highlights like this? DeAndre Jordan loves bringing the hammer.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. George against Harden. George passes to Zubac. Back to George. 5 on the clock. And George with the stuff.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
9 seconds left in the first. Leonard with the steal. Got it up. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And still a close game as the first quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's man in at the 3 spot. Kennard for 3. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. And Beverley kicks to Cousins. 4 on the clock. Kennard. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Kennard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers. And Brooklyn has possession. Harden surveying the D. And here's Harris from the arc. Headshot off. The Clippers go the other way with it. Floats it up for Cousins. And Batum kicks to Kennard. Jacks up a 3. Green with the rebound. And here are the Nets. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Beverley the pass to Batum. The rebound by Jeff Green.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
That one falls. Green's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Beverley against Harden. Batum dishes to Beverley. Here's man. Good. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Pass to Griffin. Kicks it to Harris. Over Kennard. Harris misses. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Kennard. From downtown. That one no good. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Over in the corner, Brown. Offensive rebound. And Crippen stays with it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. Here's Batum. Cousins trying to free himself up. A shot by Batum, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Joe Harris. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Morris right side. Harden against Leonard. Back to Morris. 6 to shoot. Leonard inside, working on Green. For Brooklyn, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Griffin passes to Green, shoots over Leonard. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Morris finds Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And for a player who didn't enter the league with breakdown ability off the dribble, guess what? Kawhi will break you down.
Irving against Jackson. Green left side. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there. Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
And that'll do it for the first half, a competitive game.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a... And that does it for our...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been quite a game so far for DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Long arms, quick hands, deadly combination forces that turnover to jumpstart the break.
And George, here we go. Morris outside. There's the pass to Jackson. To the middle. Over Irving. Jackson misses. The Nets with the lead. Harden kicks to Harris. Count that bucket. Harris has got 5 points so far. Greg, you're the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And this is who he has become. Leonard, with the great body control, takes the hit and still able to sink the shot. And one.
Los Angeles making a switch here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Kennard, he's checked in for Jackson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for George. It's Harden with the drive. A look from Harris. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area. And the defense gets away with one there.
Passes it to Kennard. Outside Rondo. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Batum dishes to Leonard. Over Durant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Durant.
And that's so difficult. You just try to challenge Kawhi's shot. Think you've timed it perfectly, but instead, it's an up fake.
So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Irving passes to Jordan. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Shot from free throw range. Cousins, the pass to Kennard. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Oh, the lob to Irving.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
Beverly against Irving. And Beverly kicks to Cousins. Back to Beverly. He dishes it to Batum. Pass to Kennard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Green and for Blake Griffin. KD with it. And Batum picks him up defensively. Irving passes to Green. And stolen by Cousins. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Beverly wide open. And again, it's the Clippers missing. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the 3rd. In the corner, Irving with it. And here we go. Fast break. Cousins has got it. Floats it up.
Oh, man. Caution. Flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
All right, a little creativity there from Cousins. Phenomenal at rising up there and catching that oop.
Here's KD. And they pick up 2. KD's got his first bucket in this one. 3rd quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. To the paint, here's Cousins. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Cousins is just simply not an easy cover for anybody, especially when he uses that shot fake. Highly effective there.
James Harden. He's checked in for Bruce Brown. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Knocked loose. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Batum leading the charge. Kennard's shot is off. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And the footage relayed to the officials.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 2. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, we've got Patrick Beverly. Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at small forward. Pass to Zubac. To the inside.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And arguably no one in the NBA draws more attention than Harden. Part of why he creates so many opportunities for others.
Beverly, the pass to Mann. Beverly against Harden. And the pass to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers need to get off a shot. A shot by Batum, no good. Brooklyn trailing. Harden outside. Passes it to Claxton. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside. The Clippers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. Zubac, the pass to Batum. Throws it up high. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Harris outside. Rebound by the Clippers. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
On the wing, Harris. Pass to Claxton. Back to Harris. Fires the three. And no good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Kennard finds Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
From deep, Green. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Beverly. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Cans it from downtown.
Well, if you're open, Patrick Beverly is going to do his best to get you the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
For 3, Harris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Batum kicks to Zubac. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. No good from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's the Clippers. They're on a 12-3 run. Mann passes to Kennard. Down low. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Irving.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Durant comes in for Jeff Green. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And taken away by Johnson. Shamet on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Here's Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
Yeah, easy call.
Gets the first. That brings them within 8. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Griffin. Kevin Durant comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. Irving's checked in for Landry Shamet. And it's James Harden in for Tyler Johnson. And Morris throws it down.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so he hits both.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Count it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. To the middle. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Jordan. Missed. So the Clippers with the win. A narrow win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interest. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports. And now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. And for Los Angeles, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Mann in at the shooting guard. Now here's Giannis. Good on the short little jump shot. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Holiday gets the bucket.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
Now here's Jackson. To the paint. Here's Zubac. The shot off that time. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's Antetokounmpo. Kicks it down to Middleton. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Kept alive. And Antetokounmpo on the follow.
And with his length and explosiveness, it's never a surprise to see Giannis get points on the offensive glass. Great nose for the ball.
Now here's Jackson. And the rejection by Giannis. Kicks it out to Leonard over Lopez. Leonard, no luck.
Oh, my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Inside. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's George. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot.
The defense on George a little too tight there, but to have any chance against him, you have to challenge him.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. Holiday against Rondo. Makes it off the glass. Holiday's got his second basket.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense. It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
Here's Holiday. Paul George making his last shot. Outside Holiday. Pass to DiVincenzo. Loads it up for Giannis.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Rondo scanning the floor. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Lets it go with a three. Donte DiVincenzo, and that's good.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 9. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And some changes here for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Donte DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Now here's Middleton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now the pass to Giannis. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Tucker. Milwaukee the rebound. Connaughton kicks to Antetokounmpo. Middleton against Rondo. Middleton the pass to Connaughton. Tries again. That one wide left. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Rondo finds George. It's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. George has got 6 points.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
Here is Forbes. Down low, here's Tucker, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Right side, George. And George with the stop.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Forbes the pass to Connaughton. On the wing, Giannis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks bringing the quarter to a close. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked about his goals.
For me personally, I just want...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
We've got Patrick Beverly, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Morris in at the 3, the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Teague dishes to Forbes. Over Kennard. Money from the wing. Forbes has got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
Dial it up. This is a play you can keep running for Forbes until the defense adjusts.
Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Portis. There's the lob to Portis. The shot, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
Teague the pass to Tucker. Here is Forbes. Clock at 6. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. Bucks passing it around, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 11-point game. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember Demontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
he's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Bucks leading by 9. Feeds it to Tucker. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Tucker's got his second basket of the game.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Leonard dishes to Morris. Left side, Leonard. Cousins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We've watched Cousins for a while. I love the way he plays with emotion, but it has to be under control.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee, so he gets them both. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Middleton outside. Pass to Lopez. Shoots over Cousins. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Outside, George. Pass to Zubac. Back to George. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the half. Mann passes to George.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 11. Floats it up for Cousins. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. The Bucks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Giannis passes to Lopez. DiVincenzo kicks to Giannis. Milwaukee, no good that time either. LA's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Jackson against Holiday. And he lobs it up. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. Clippers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. To the inside. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And there's the pass to Connaughton. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. George passes to Oturu. The shot's good on the assist by George. Oturu's got his first basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 12 points. And that should...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And George, here we go. Now here's Jackson. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Now the Bucks moving it up. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Middleton. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 11. Oh, Leonard in position. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks. Jackson looking it over. Outside, George. Pass to man. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Bucks. And now the fast break. Middleton with the ball. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Middleton. Pass to Giannis. Clippers trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in L.A., but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Zubac's no good. Bucks leading by 13. Outside Holiday. The dish to Middleton. Three-pointer. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Up again. And George able to finish. George has got 12.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
And Holiday kicks to DiVincenzo. The pass to Antetokounmpo. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Middleton can't get it to go.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Holiday against Jackson. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Shoots it. And that's off the glass and in. Giannis has got 8 here in the quarter.
And we talk about Antetokounmpo's all-around skills, and tonight it's been about the scoring. He's put this offense on his back.
George against DiVincenzo. George with the bucket.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And here is DiVincenzo. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the third. And good that time. He's got 6.
Talk about scoring the basketball. Legit player. Holiday got paid Because he can play.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Milwaukee on top. Up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Patrick Beverly out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Morris in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Forbes. And the rebound goes to Rajon Rondo.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Connaughton. No good on the triple. Clippers trail by 11. Passes it to Kennard. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them. Oh,
there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. And it's blocked. Here we go, all alone. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot two at the line. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. Two from the line that time. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A different look for Milwaukee. Outside Teague. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. The Bucks getting another chance here.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. To the middle, here's George. That one's not going to go. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
The Bucks making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. And it's Antetokounmpo, top of the key. Middleton looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bucks lead by 15.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
And Cousins kicks to Jackson. It's George on the wing. And it's in there.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Holiday with it. Pass to Lopez. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc.
Okay, that's frustrating. You work hard to get these open looks. You know he liked that one back.
Leonard with the steal. Good on the shot.
He's a bona fide star. Kawhi Leonard with the workman-like approach.
Bucks leading by 11. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to DiVincenzo. 1:31 left in the fourth. He feeds it to Lopez. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Loads it up for Giannis. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Bucks.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Holiday finds Antetokounmpo, hammers the alley-oop through.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away. Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Jackson against Holiday. Double team on Holiday. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Jackson drives in. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. On the wing, DiVincenzo. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.